Hello, sir. I'm Tejeshwar from CSE. Today, మీరు చెప్పిన టాపిక్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి I'll try. First of all, pagination. Pagination, let's just say we're trying to build an API. If the API returns a large amount of data. This data needs to be broken down into pieces so that it can be efficiently displayed to the user. Like when when in my implementation of the project restaurant finder, um, మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం అంటే ఇప్పుడు బోల్డ్ చాలా రెస్టారెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ రెస్టారెంట్స్. వీ కెనాట్ లోడ్ ఆల్ ద రెస్టారెంట్స్ అట్ ఎ టైమ్. అన్నీ ఒకేసారి లోడ్ చేసి డిస్ప్లే చేయాలంటే ఇట్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ఏ లోడ్ ఆన్ ది సర్వర్. ఇట్ reduces the performance, I mean drastically. So what we do is we break down the data into uh, chunks, pages. We paginate it, and we display the data in each page to the user like this. Um, when we go to the backend implementation, um, uh, you know, we use మనం బేసికల్గా ఏం యూజ్ చేసామంటే మంగోస్ పాజినేట్ వర్షన్ 2 npm ద్వారా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి అది మనం ఏం చేసామంటే పేజ్ లిమిట్ వాడేసి get restaurants by limit. You can see here with page and limit, the default page is 1 and the limit is 20, like that. And the data is loaded from the MongoDB database with pagination, which pagination function, and the data is sent as response, as you can see here, with the total pages and total restaurants, along with the restaurant documents, like limit restaurant document. If we give limit as 20, then for each page we get 20 restaurants, like that. That is pagination in this context. Okay, when we talk about MongoDB, MongoDB is basically an unstructured database. It stores data in an unrelational model. Each document can have different attributes except for the keys and indices. Uh, that's another part. But MongoDB stores data in an unstructured manner. That's why it can store large amounts of data. Actually, it's named from the term humongous, MongoDB. So it can store a large amount of data. MongoDB Atlas is what is basically, it's a cloud-based client for MongoDB, so that we can store documents into clusters in databases. And Atlas provides an URI for our database, so that we can use that in our API, like MongoDB URI. We can paste that URI here, and we can use that URI to fetch data. బేసిక్గా MongoDB అంటే అది మన ప్రాజెక్ట్లో వాడింది MongoDB. ఓకే, when we come to events, events are basically user actions. అంటే ఇప్పుడు యూజర్ ఏదైనా యాక్షన్ పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తే అది ఈవెంట్ కింద కన్సిడర్ చేయొచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్, సిస్టమ్ జనరేటెడ్ యాక్షన్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఈవెంట్స్. లైక్ వెన్ వి మన రెస్టారెంట్ పేజ్లో చూసుకుంటే, మనం ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక రెస్టారెంట్ కార్డు మీద హోవర్ చేస్తున్నామో, హోవర్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆ రెస్టారెంట్ యొక్క బాక్స్ షాడో అనేది హైలైట్ అవుతుంది. దిస్ ఈజ్ బేసికలీ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఈవెంట్, హోవర్ ఈవెంట్, మౌస్ హోవర్ ఈవెంట్. And like this pages, when we click the previous page, it loads the previous restaurants, like in that pagination. um, and we use the search button. This is on click event for the search button. Then we can search restaurants here. Basically, events are that. Event handlers. If these actions performed by users um, needs to be handled, like okay, yeah, actually, this is a button, previous button. We have on click event handler here, set page. We set the page, and after that, um, the restaurants in that page are used using the use effect, which automatically loads, and the data is accordingly shown. That's it. Yeah, event loop in JavaScript. um, JavaScript అనేది బేసికల్గా సింక్రనస్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ రెండు సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. కాకపోతే అసింక్రనస్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ అనేది జావాస్క్రిప్ట్ యొక్క మెయిన్ ఆస్పెక్ట్. లైక్ జావాస్క్రిప్ట్ runs the processes in a non-blocking manner. It does not అంటే అది ప్రాసెస్ని బ్లాక్ చేయదు అనమాట. Each process has its scope, and each process um, runs based on the call stack, like this, based on the call stack. um, Even if it's single threaded event loop, it tries to run all the events asynchronously in the manner, in the order they are called. Like that's event loop for here. Okay. Application lifecycle. When we talk about application life cycle అంటే um, ఒక అప్లికేషన్ యొక్క phases when we are using it, when we initialize it, like that. Basically application life cycle contains the initialization, and the uses, and the termination or destruction. Like when we talk about our restaurant finder web application, when we load it, this is the initialization of the application. Like the DOM contains the images are all loaded here. After the user clicks and events, and the user is searching for a restaurant that he wants. These are the mm, mid usage of the application. And after that, when we close the application, this is the termination. All the you know uh, caches are all cleared. Basically, that happens when we close the browser. That's basically termination of the application, and that is application lifecycle. Hooks. Hooks majorly in React. Talking about React, hooks mm, are replacement of the class functions. Hooks improve the usage of state of the web application. Like in our application, we use state and use effect hooks here. Use state is basically what uses the attributes like restaurants page, total pages, loading. These it uses these attributes to define the state of the page, and these setter functions are used to set the state of the attribute, and దానిని బేస్ చేసుకొని the website loads. Use effect is used. This is an automatic function that fetch restaurants, like in our home button, home page. Sorry, in our home page, when we enter the home page, the restaurants are automatically loaded. This is the functionality of use effect. Use effect automatically loads when this path of the website is entered. Okay, that's it. Mm. Triggers. Triggers in When we speak about databases, triggers are registered with the tables, like something like that, tables which automatically execute after insertion or updation or deletion. When we speak about this web application context, triggers are something similar to event listeners, or like that. If we click the button, then it loads. Like that is triggering of the event. and the event is handled accordingly. అంటే ఆ ఈవెంట్ హ్యాండిల్ అవుతుంది మనం ట్రిగర్ చేసిన యాక్షన్ వల్ల. Okay, callback functions. Callback functions are actually used to pass function as an argument uh, to another. We talk about the event loop here. The callback function calls another function, and the output of that function is displayed, and it returns to the calling function which called it, like that. Callback functions basic usage is that.